Geoffrey Marsh, the Australian opener, is taking strike. David Boone's in with him, and the score is no wicket for 3.
Replaced. Marsh looking for the second. Back he comes. And it's that sort of pressure, that brilliant running between the wickets, that puts the opposition under extreme pressure.
A little bit of frustration here for Kapil Dev. Just a thin inside edge, which didn't really run very fast to Ravi Shastri. They would have taken 2 without the fumble. Kapil Dev a little bit frustrated with his teammates at the moment.
Good shot. Lovely straight drive. Into the fence. Past outfield too. Just what the doctor ordered.
The shot underlines just how good is the form of David Boone currently. Slightly over pitched, not what you'd call a regulation half volley. Just leaned into it, stroked the ball back past the bowler, but the timing is such. Fielder from mid-on can only watch as it runs into the gutter.
Oh, that's a good delivery, and he was really having a little flirt at that one. It swung late and so nearly hit the edge of the bat.
A regulation play and miss here. Just a little bit of late swing and then movement from the pitch. Jeff Marsh just searching for it outside off stump. Just the movement off the wicket.
Brinat. So we've got a bowling change here. He's on his way now. Down the leg side and well taken. There's a big appeal from the Indians and he's looking over to square leg. Is this going to be given out or did he drop the ball? No, square leg's not asked. Umpire Randall just had a little look down the leg side there. Oh, see if we can pick anything up here.
Flurry of pad and bat. I think it's mainly just from the pad. It's a very good effort by Pandit. He had the ball in the gloves and as he rolled over, the ball has come out. So the umpire never had to make the decision, but basically I believe it's just come from pad.
Good shot. Marsh finds his favourite straight in the middle of the bat. That'll go for 4. First boundary for Jeff Marsh. It was there to be put away and he put it away beautifully.
What a great shot, because the gap between Mohammad Azharuddin at gully and Sanjay Manjrekar at backward point was really not that wide, but Marsh picked it and smashed it between the 2 fielders for a boundary.
Just that much width enabled Jeff Marsh to time it and place it beautifully. Got dropped straight to the gully. Mohammad Azharuddin, catchable height, that's what he's there for, and he put it down.
But these are bad times for Mohammad Azharuddin. Not only is he not getting runs, but today he's dropped a fairly simple catch by his standards.
Indians have slowed the Australian surge. 14 overs, no wicket for 38. Still a very good start, but conditions are perfect for batting. There's a little bit of movement for the bowlers. And Dulka from the Randwick end. Great shot. Beautifully played.
This is exactly what David Boone's waiting for, the short ball. It's very good at the cut. One could say it's his favorite shot. And Sachin Tendulkar making the mistake of dropping the ball short for Boone to indulge in his favorite shot.
It's the fill-in bowler. Try and get through his 10 overs as quickly as possible. Nicely driven and misfielded. Amray, who was a star at Melbourne, missing that one, diving over the top, but that's 4 more.
The Indian outfields are such that diving is a dangerous pastime, so most Indian players do not know how to dive and slide. They rather fall on the ball rather than diving at it. It's exactly what Amre has done. He fell on the ball rather than diving at it. It's 4 runs to David Boone.
Prabhakar comes back into the attack. He started with 3 overs for 9 runs. And Srinath, who's had a good spell, troubled Marsh. Might have had him caught. Low catch down the leg side to the keeper. And he's bowled. So Prabhakar strikes on his return. And the most dangerous of the present Australian batsmen, the one in form, David Boone.
Needed a good ball to defeat Boone. It swung late, just came in there. And between bat and pad, you couldn't have a more perfect example of the ball coming between bat and pad. Stump vision even gives you the horizontal view. 20 for David Boone, bowled by Prabhakar, and it's 1 for 47.
New batsman is Dean Jones, who returned to the Australian side after his much commented on omission.
Marsh 21. This is Prabhakar to Jones. Must have been pretty close, I reckon, with the naked eye.
That's a brilliant bit of work by Pandit. But the back foot has got to be out of the crease for it to be out-stumped. He's just found a gap just to the left of Shrikant. Will pick up 3 so that Raju concedes 5 off his first over. 1 for 70.
No need to worry that time. Pandit has got him, and that was very well bowled. Beautiful deception. Beaten in the flight, had to change from an attacking stroke to defensive. Not the first time we've seen Jones in trouble against spin on this ground, and it was a well-executed stumping by Pandit.
Well, that certainly is the classic way for a left-arm spinner bowling around the wicket to a right-handed batsman to get a dismissal. Drew him down, beat him in the flight, the ball turned away, the keeper did the rest. Superb bit of bowling, 2 for 74. Mahmoodi comes in at the dismissal of Dean Jones, a dismissal which will warm the hearts of all spin bowlers.
And a big shout there. Not quite sure what they're shouting for. LBW, I assume.
The ball nipping back at Jeff Marsh. A fair shout. Shastri is better off when he gives the ball a bit of air and he makes the batsman come forward.
Like that, but he couldn't hang on to the catch. It's exactly what he wanted. Get the batsman driving.
The ball's not coming onto the bat when the spinners are on. And Marsh beaten in the flight by Shastri. Shastri normally a very safe catch of his own bowling.
Nicely placed. One thing when you sweep the ball from just outside off stump, it goes in front of square leg, and that's where Jeffrey Marsh needed to hit it in that area to get a boundary.
Marsh sweeping the ball from outside the off stump. That's how he's got it in front of square.
And there it is.
Jeffrey Marsh has struggled for runs this summer. And the crowd giving him a big hand for his half-century.
It's in the air, but out as well. Must be. And Schraker. Tendulkar, the man coming in from deep square, looking into the sun, had the benefit of the cap, just explaining how difficult it was.
Yes, both he and Mandraker wear those peak caps, and for good reason too. There he goes, just looking straight into the sun. That would not have been easy for him. It may have looked an easy catch. Was in the air long. 3 for 114. So Mark Waugh, the new batsman, coming in.
But now there's another setback for them. Venkatapati Raju, who's bowled quite brilliantly, has had Mark Waugh stumped without scoring. And Australia deep in trouble here. Such a good start. Problems for the Indians in the field. Now they've fought back wonderfully well.
Beautiful delivery. Very rare to see two stumpings in such quick succession, and they could be action replays. Beautiful bowling. Mark Waugh goes for a duck. It's 4 for 117. Alan Border, the Australian captain, comes in with the Indians just having picked up 2 quick wickets. It's 4 for 117.
What a cracking shot. There's a little welcome for Srinath.
I don't reckon we've seen a ball hit as hard as that all season. That was like a shot from a gun.
That's a good attempt. Had a long way to go.
And Border has shown us that shot a couple of times today. His second boundary, both from the pull shot. I think the pull shot really is the signature shot of Alan Border. Very few players play it as well. Hit it as hard.
Srinath is an ideal type of bowler to play it against as well, and I think Border's got him worked out extremely well. Srinath likes to bowl just short of a length, and if Border just eases onto the back foot a little, he can make it short enough to play the pull shot.
It's in the air. Amray moving around quite comfortably, takes the catch. Jeffrey Marsh not getting the meat of the bat on the ball, and he falls for 78. Another very good innings from Marsh. A good wicket from Srinath there, perhaps a bit shorter than he would have been looking for at this stage of the game. Quite warm out there, as you can see from Jeffrey Marsh making his way off the ground.
Well, he picked the right batsman. If he'd have bowled this to Border, it could well have disappeared into the crowd. But Jeffrey Marsh not anywhere near as good at playing the pull shot as Border. Just got a top edge, a tired shot there. A good innings from Marsh. It's 5 for 168.
So Steve Waugh is the new batsman for Australia, joining his captain. Plenty happening here at the moment. The pressure now. Tendulkar fields. He's got a good arm. Alan Border's pretty quick, but not quick enough. It's a good bit of fielding. One of the better pieces of fielding we've seen from India. They've generally been a bit slow to the ball tonight. But Tendulkar, one of the quicker fielders and certainly the best arm in the Indian side, has beaten the Australian captain home.
Yes, he's probably the only one who would have been a danger in this situation. Tendulkar, his cricketing instincts are tremendous. Good throw, and Border well short. Well taken there by Pandit. So Australia losing their 6th wicket at 175.
Ian Healy now coming out to replace his captain.
See whether War does anything here. He's going to have to go for it. The gaps for him, not many, but he try and hit one over extra cover. He'll try for the mid-wicket boundary as well. So there he is on strike.
Bowled in, knocked him over, clean as a whistle. Steve Waugh struggling with the bat. Prabhakar hits the stumps for the 2nd time. And India in with a real chance in his 2nd final.
Yes, well, at least he was having a go for it, and that's what you've got to do at the end. As it turned out, he missed it, and he doesn't want to be too upset about that. When you have to go into bat at the end of an innings, you've got to go for it. That wasn't a bad delivery, actually. Nip back at him a bit. He should have been hitting it a bit straighter. Perhaps he would have got a bit more bat on it. But that's the end of Stephen Waugh, out bowled by Prabhakar. He faced 10 balls, and he's gone for 5. 7 for 192.
Peter Taylor, the new batsman. Go straight, Couples got it, he must hit it. He's got him, he's gone! Direct hit, Healy run out, the great all-rounder finds middle stump.
That was fantastic fielding by Dev. No one there, he had a hit, and he did. You watch this now. Down comes the delivery. He has to chase after it, manages to gather it, just gets himself there at the stumps, and boy, did he hit middle stump. Healy way out of his ground, and that's good fielding by Dev. Very, very good fielding indeed. So Healy out, big blow for Australia. 8 for 200.
New batsman, Craig McDermott. Bit of bottom edge on that, fires out to mid-wicket. Fieldsman a little bit slow, Taylor looking for 3, it's not there. Prabhakar doing a great job.
Yes, McDermott didn't look too interested in 3. Taylor wants the strike. There are only 2 balls to go. So it's all or nothing now.
I think back when Alan Lamb took 17 runs off an over from Bruce Reid in the final over. This is a very good performance by Prabhakar.
I'll never forget that as long as I live.
Wish I hadn't mentioned it now, but it was a great effort. That's 8 for 208. McDermott on strike. It's well bowled, change of pace, knocks him over. Superb bowling. Manoj Prabhakar doing the job for India in the final over.
Yeah, taking a leaf out of the Aussie bowlers' books. Fantastic delivery that. It's a difficult one to get away, especially for a tail-ender. He knew he had to go for it. The slower ball, bang on target. This is how it happened. Watch him roll his fingers on it. McDermott backing away, trying to get it away on the offside, and back goes the off stump. That brought a smile to Prabhakar's face. And it's the end of McDermott. 9 for 208.
Michael Whitney gets a magnificent ovation from this pro-Australian crowd. The last delivery. Swing and a miss. They don't run, he's gone, is he? No, he's not. So it's 9 out for 208 after 50 overs. The Indians hitting back in the 2nd final. Great performance by Raju and Manoj Prabhakar with the ball. So can they score 209 in 50 overs to win the 2nd final?
208 for the loss of 9 wickets. 78 to Marsh, 20 to Boone. 38 to Border. Lovely innings from Border, 38 from 39 balls. The rest of it fell away, as it can so often do with the limited overs format. 9 for 208 from a full 50 overs. The Australians made sure they batted out the full 50, and the bowling figures for India. Kapil Dev went wicketless and had 42 runs taken from him. Prabhakar, I thought, bowled very well. 9 overs, no maiden, and 3 for 31. Srinath, 1 for 30, and the pleasure of the day was Venkatapati Raju, who bowled quite superbly. Left arm spin, 10 overs, 1 maiden, and 3 for 30 in the dressing room, and it is no easy task for them.
Whitney to Srikanth. He loves that pull shot. They don't have to be all that short either. That's a good shot.
That is a brilliant shot. Not very often does a quick bowler get pulled wide or mid-on for a boundary. This is exactly what Srikanth has done. Ball slightly short. Srikanth quickly onto the back foot and pulling it wide or mid-on for a boundary. Brilliant shot.
Oh, strike me a ray. Oh, I'd have to look up the law. They have changed the law on hit wicket now. I'm not too sure about that, but I think it's just as well for Srikanth that his bat didn't hit the stumps.
Well, the bat was not in his hand, so I don't know whether he would have been. Well, we've known Srikanth to find different ways of getting out. Srikanth has a very important role to play for India. He can take the attack to the bowling. Fielding really does not matter to him. He can hit the ball over the top.
Big shout there from Dean Jones at square leg in particular. Very good piece of work from Craig McDermott. And we have a broken stump.
Srikanth driving and setting off. Srikanth got run out in his first test when he wandered down the track. John Embury from Gully hit the stumps. This time he was attempting a run, and he almost didn't get his bat down in time.
Oh, what a brilliant catch, Mark Waugh. So once again, the Australian fielding is at its peak.
This is a big blow to India's hopes. Srikanth is the man they relied on to get them off to a rollicking start. Here he edges the ball, and Mark Waugh takes a fine overhead catch. It's the second time Srikanth has fallen to an overhead catch. India have lost their first wicket for 19 in the 66th over.
Sanjay Mandrake, time for him ready to come good.
Only played 22 one-day internationals.
Certainly has proved his worth this season. That's a bad miss, a rare miss as well in the Australian field. And not only was it a miss in the field, there was also all sorts of confusion between the two batsmen as to whether they should go for the run or not.
Ravi Shastri trying to get on with the job tonight. It's a rare miss by David Boone. He set such a high standard in the field. Just a little bit of pressure on this.
He's got it through, and this time he's got enough on it. It'll carry for 4.
And Shastri playing very sensibly here tonight. It's a cool, calculated player. He's only 29 years of age. He's been around a long time. He was short enough and had the room there to punch it. Got a bottom hand. He found the gap and it raced away for 4 at cover.
A lot of pressure on Stephen Waugh. Failed with a bat. It's the great thing about being an all-rounder. You get a second chance. Oh, there's a mix-up again! Starts. What a magnificent field! You little beauty! Mandrake ran out for the 4th time, and another direct hit from side on.
We marvelled when Joe Solomon did this twice in the tied test match a long time ago. It's commonplace now, and Marsh has raced across and gathered it in beautifully and thrown down the stumps with, well, virtually no more than 1 stump at which to aim. It's 2 for 45.
Sachin Tendulkar, a young 18-year-old. Well, that's a good shot. Slightly well pitched up, or slightly over pitched, and he's whipped it away into the gap. They're coming back for another one. Will this be close? And home. Yes, Ravi doesn't mind putting the strides in. He's very tall for an Indian. He was flat out. You watch him come back here. Starts the run as the ball ends up going on its way. And down goes his bat. Oh, and that one must have missed the off stump by a fraction. I think there was a bit of inside edge and a bit of pad in this one.
As close as you could possibly have without a dismissal.
She's getting that ball to nip back a bit. Off on a quick single. In he comes, and that could have been close too. Tendulkar running there, flat out as War came in. He doesn't often miss.
He's about the quickest of all of them, Tendulkar. He might just have been okay, but it was a very short single. I wouldn't have backed some of the others in the Indian side.
Oh, if he hits this, he'll be out. No, he hasn't. Poor old Ravi. Well, he's dived to get back home there. Watch this. Would he have made it if he'd have hit? No way. He was out.
Just 8 short of taking 100 wickets in one-day internationals. Economy rate of 69.7 per 100 balls.
This time he's found the gap, made better contact also. Even the long legs of Tom Moody can't get him there. It's his second boundary of the innings. Bit of aggression coming from Ravi Shastri, perhaps feeling he can't run as well. Better hit some boundaries.
That's right. I think he seems to have decided that since he's handicapped by the injury, he might as well go for it.
This time it's in the air. Let's put it down. Dean Jones has missed a fairly straightforward chance. He made good ground, got both hands to it. Alan Border can't believe it, and nor can Dean Jones. It's the end of the over. India 2 for 91.
Shastri going for a big one again, and you can see the hand coming off the bat handle, and Dean Jones dropping a very simple catch. You can see here that the left hand has come off the bat.
Peter Taylor not really impressed with that, but I'm sure Dean Jones is just as disappointed. That's the equation. 114 runs required, 18.5 overs left. Run rate of 6 sounds a lot, but when it gets down to the last few overs, 6 or 8 runs and overs not that difficult if you have wickets in hand. Shastri really struggling there. He was out again. But he's really hobbling now. He's going to Alan Border. He's talking to Alan. Checking to see what the situation is. Calling for a runner. It's the only way that it can work. Mandraker is out there to run for him. You can almost count on some confusion now.
And as the 100 comes up, Ravi Shastri raises his 50. Lucky to be there. Easy chance in the outfield to Dean Jones, but it's been an important innings by Ravi Shastri.
Yes, that's been one of India's problems, not going on with it after getting a start. Ravi is a bit restricted, but he is doing the job.
Down the ground, and a fine shot straight down the ground. He took on the fielder in the outfield, beat him to his left. 8 runs off the over. Things picking up for India. 2 for 106. He's got that away. Found the gap between the fielders at deep backward square, and it's gone all the way to the boundary. His third boundary for Ravi Shastri, and if it's the injury that's made him start to hit out, well, it's been a blessing in disguise for India.
There's a couple of useful boundaries there for India. One from Tendulkar at the end of Moody's over, and then that sweep shot bringing the target down under 100.
Must have been very close. Certainly a very good delivery. Beat Shastri with a change of pace.
Going down leg side with the quicker ball. Good decision.
And this could be it now. Someone will take the catch. It's left to Whitney. And Ravi Shastri, obviously troubled by his injury, skies a catch. And India have lost their third wicket.
Shastri really hitting across the line there and just getting a top edge. And Mike Whitney calling for that, taking the comfortable catch at mid-off. So Shastri has gone along with his runner. India 3 for 121.
Mohammad Azharuddin, the Indian captain who has been under so much pressure. It's in the air. This time Whitney is waiting for it and takes the catch eventually.
Well, all we can say after that is the captain doesn't want to be there when the winning runners are hit, because that's twice he's done it in important games, and he really does deserve a good kick in the backside. Mike Whitney in the end toppled in taking the catch, but that's 2 catches now for Whitney, and India have needlessly lost their 4th wicket for 146.
Kapil Dev has come in. And a magnificent pull by Sachin Tendulkar raises his half-century and also raises India's 150.
Well, Dawson, that must be close. So he's given him out. Yes, he's given him out, LBW. Dev doesn't like it very much. It looked a little adjacent to leg stump to me. Slanted in a little bit, but it did hit him on the full.
I would think in the replay it will look very close, as it must have been for the umpire to give it, but he was going to be run out anyway. He charged down the pitch, didn't pay any attention to what had happened to the ball. Well, that looked as though it probably would have hit leg stump, but away he goes. He's been sent back, and the fielder just runs in and takes off the bails. It was, in a sense, a double play for a single batsman. It's 5 for 154.
It's Praveen Amre. The last ball of the over. It's in the air. It's going down to third man. It's going to be caught, but it's a no ball. It's a no ball. Out goes the arm. And the Australians all rushing towards the fieldsman, Stephen Waugh. However, it's not to be. Look at Border. Well, it's a funny thing, when you put your line over, you've put your foot over the line, it's a no ball. And it really doesn't matter. This is it. That's the front foot.
I doubt very much if Amre would have heard or sensed the call. It's probably the same stroke he would have played.
Well, that's gone straight up in the air. Waugh won't drop. There's no way in the world. He's dropped it. I can't believe it. What is going on? Border will shoot himself. He cannot believe that. Jones has done it to him, and now Stephen Waugh.
No need for Border to shoot himself. he wants to fire a gun out there, he might have a go at Steve Waugh. They're in with a real chance. Still got 5 wickets in hand. 2 of whom are Prabhakar and Pandit.
Right up in the block hole. This could be close. He hits. Is he out? No, he's not. Just home in time. Well, the question was, did he get back? This will show it.
Just made it.
Knocking in the ones, and then the odd boundary will come.
These 2 umpires will be remaining cool out there. They've been through all this before. They'll be concentrating on every ball, but they'll be concentrating on the possibility of an out.
We smashed that one away, and it's not going to beat Moody, who's down at... and this will be close as well. Now he's back. Forget it. He's home easy. Healy carrying on out there. Looked to me as if he'd got past the stumps.
But an experienced player, he's carrying on with a smile.
Well, it's going to be close one way or the other. Let's have a look. Yes, he's got him, but too close to give. 19 to get off 16 balls. That's in the air. Round goes Whitney. Will he get it? Yes, he's got him. Whitney, Mr. Reliable, running around in front of the Barongal stand. 3 catches he's taken. He doesn't look like dropping them.
I tell you, that was a great catch. It wasn't just the fact that it was slewing away from him. It was hit with slice. And it was going away from him, going, I suppose you could say, to his correct hand, but the pressure of taking that in front of 35,000 people and in such a critical time of the game. Beautifully taken. And Steve Waugh was the bowler, entitled to a quarter of a lap of honour. Out for 69, lovely innings from Tendulkar, 6 for 190.
How would you like to be Chandrakant Pandit?
That's a big hit. That could be 6. It could be out. Jones is coming around. He's making good ground. He's under it. Dean Jones. Yes! What a catch! A ripper!
That could be it for India. Dean Jones made a mess of one earlier tonight. Much to the delight of Bill Laurie in the commentary position, he's taken that one. He's well supported by the crowd and his teammates. They're all delighted. They don't want to be back here on Wednesday for the 3rd final.
The end of a very good innings. Young Emre playing well under pressure. It was well struck. Didn't quite get it. Jones coming around from a widest position. It was up for a long time. And there he is. Not an easy catch. Beautifully taken. And a happy Dean Jones, 7 for 195, but it's not over yet. He's been a good young player for India in the final series. Showed a lot of common sense. And here comes Manoj Prabhakar, 3 for 30-odd with the ball. Almost a match winner in his own right. Can he do it for India?
2 boundaries and a 3 will do. 2 boundaries and a 2 will do it. You need a boundary this delivery.
Caught, great catch. How's that? Not out, says umpire at square leg. Double play, ineffective. Well, that's the end of the Benson Hedges World Series for 91-92. India threw down the gauntlet, but in the end, under pressure from the Australian bowlers and fieldsmen, they just weren't quite good enough.
That was a wonderful mad of their innings, 7 for 202. They missed out by 6 runs, and therefore Australia won the series 2-0. And that is the 7th time the Australians have won the World Series Cup. Valiant efforts from Ravi Shastri with a damaged leg, 61 from 115 balls, and a lovely innings once again from Sachin Tendulkar before he was caught. Whitney bowled Steve Waugh, an excellent catch to 69 from 100 balls faced. And I always felt that if they'd just kept their heads, that they had a much better chance of winning. 7 for 202 from 50 overs, and the Australian bowling figures: McDermott 2 for 37 from 9, a wicket each to Whitney, Waugh and Moody. I thought Tom Moody bowled pretty well in this second final, and Alan Border came on a splendid piece of captaincy to bowl 2 overs, no maiden, and pick up the very important wicket of his opposite number, Mohammad Azharuddin. 1 for 15 for Alan Border. And he had every right to be very pleased at the presentation ceremony. He received the Benson Hedges World Series Cup. The players of the series, players of the final series, were Geoffrey Marsh and David Boone, the Australian openers. They got away to 2 very good starts for Border and for the Australian team. And Border himself, you can't overemphasise too much the job he did as skipper. He is an outstanding limited over skipper and test match skipper. He held his side together very well. He cajoled them and drove them just at the right times. And he will lead the Australian side now in